Hello and welcome to the Roxamore Sports coverage of the 210 Speed and Agility 7-on-7 event here at the Woodland Hills Wolvarena. Right now we are in the middle of this action between Clairton versus USO. Right now Clairton is in the lead, 9-0. As you know, the rules are 20 minutes per game here in the 7-on-7. Touchdown still worth 6 points. Of course, you could go for an additional 1 point or 2 points after a successful touchdown. 2 points at the 10-yard line and 1 point at the 5-yard line. Right now, we are looking at USO on the offense there at the 30-yard line. Quarterback in action, sends it over to his receiver, but that pass is blocked. Keeping USO at the 30-yard line. And of course, we're not doing any tackling. Just one-hand touch will do. Of course, you can double-hand touch if you want to be extra sure, but not necessary. So 7-on-7 events, keeping it simple. A beer skirmish, but it matters. Every practice, every game matters. Sending a beautifully deep. Okay. All right, so that was a touchdown right there. So I'm at 15-0. So right now. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm backwards. All right, we're not talking about 9-0. We're talking about 6-9.
So they scored?
Uh-huh. And they missed, yeah. And they missed their attempt right there at the 1 point attempt. So the score remains 6-9.
Clairton got 9.
Yeah.
And they got 6.
Mm-hmm.
USO.
Actually, correction there. My eyes were playing tricks on me. So we are actually at 9-0. USO still has an attempt here. And it counts as a touchdown there for USO. So now we are at 6-9 officially here. So. All right. And again, if you play from the 5-yard line, you get a 1 point gain here, and that appears to be what USO is going with, playing it safe. If successful, they'll be at 7-9. And of course, interceptions are worth 3 points. Turnovers worth nothing. So if they get that interception, they will take the lead. Ooh, and it looks like that interception actually went to Clairton. How about that? So. So the points will stay 9/6. They don't get the extra 3 points when it comes to that extra point. I said that backwards. They don't get the 3-point interception if it's on the extra point. But in a regular play, yeah, it counts. Nonetheless, we got Clairton there in the orange at the 40-yard line as 7-on-7 games go. Field divided up. Start at the 40-yard line and end at the end zone. All right, we were in action. Clairton sends it straight. So far, so good there by number 12, Clairton. As he gets his team some ground here on the field. And now down at the 25-yard line. Quarterback sends it straight yet again off to number 10, but we have an interception here. As mentioned, that will tie up the game here for USO. As they got that interception, so we are looking at 9-9 right now. So they missed the extra point after the touchdown. Lost it to an interception. That didn't count for anything. So had they got that extra point, they would have been in the lead right now. But right now, nonetheless, a tied game. It's nothing to scoff at. So USO here at the 40-yard line on the offense. They send it straight. Looking great here. A lot of speed on number 16 from USO. As he gets some coverage here for USO as they approach the end zone. And things are looking quite promising here in this play. If they can keep the momentum going on, just as you see it. So right now we are at the 20-yard line. Game is in action. Quarterback sends off to the wide receiver, but a little bit too high on that one as it goes over the sidelines, and that is out of bounds. No ground covered on that play. Okay, so USO is still at the same position. Looks like they switched up the play a little bit here. Quarterback, let's see what he's got cooking up here. He sends it straight, and almost an interception there right into the hands of Clairton. Exactly what they would need as the danger approaches the end zone. But the ball was just a little bit too powerful as it bounced just off the tips there. And off to the other side with no grip. So that pass is incomplete. In that play, I'm not exactly sure where the quarterback was sending it. It seemed like ball had a little bit too much momentum as it went well beyond anyone's reach. And it looked almost like it was going off to the Clairton defense, but quarterback likely seeing something I didn't see in that play. And it looks like that would have been a similar situation. Defense was quite thick there. As mentioned, actually I didn't mention this, but the quarterback only has 4 seconds to pass that ball. So the amount of time that he has to read the field is very limited. But again, this is the 210 speed and agility 7-on-7. A skirmish between the best of the best here in Western Pennsylvania, namely Allegheny County. Of course, we have some athletes come in from outside the county as well. Aliquippa, Chambersburg, Johnstown. And of course, multiple schools, one field here at the Wolvarena. For our third year, or I believe this is the second year. Originally was for the culture, but now it's the 210 speed and agility 7-on-7, and quarterback looking good there and off to the sidelines, out of bounds.
So I guess you can say the question is, I can give them that update, just like, hey, we're green lit with the entire.
So there is a turnover in that play, and score remains 9-9. Clairton now at the offense at the 40-yard line.
And if you could kind of lay it out there as far as like the best thing you can, as far as how that
And yet the athletes have another fortunate day of very mild weather here. Nothing too exhausting. Sun is tucked away behind the clouds here. Just the right atmosphere for a sport as vigorous and tiresome as football. Great reception there. Past the 30-yard line by Clairton. As they now have the offensive play. So they're now down at the 25-yard line. Clairton engaging in here. Things looking good for them in the up and up. As they approach the end zone. Quarterback sends it over to a very much open receiver. And that is number 4 from Clairton. Takes the ball and gains some ground here for Clairton. As they progress down to the 15-yard line. Quarterback looking good here. And plays it safe with a short pass off to number 2. Past the 15-yard line.
So we had to take a guess at a time frame here, so I can try to keep them.
So we are down at the 15-yard line now. I know I said it originally, but now we are officially at the 15-yard line. Looking good there, number 6, quick on his feet. Looked like he was trying to figure out where to dodge the defense there. As he was just a man's worth away from the end zone. Had the defense not been there, would have been a sure thing. Clairton back on the offense here. Now at the 5-yard line. Looking good and almost had it, almost. That pass is incomplete. Ball was looking like a sure thing there. Unfortunately for Clairton, nothing came of it. So USO lost the last ball to a turnover, keeping the score tied. Clairton looking like they might have a chance to take the lead here by 6, potentially 7 or 8 if they succeed on the additional points. And ref says it counts. Just an inch about into the end zone, a foot in. And that will do it there. As Clairton takes the lead over USO, 6 points. 15-9. And, of course, that is the finishing act here for this game between Clairton versus USO. But, of course, if this is not the score you were looking for, don't go anywhere. We got more action coming up here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Of course, we're not exactly too sure who's here. We have a schedule, but the schedule has been subject to change for the past few weeks now. Not exactly accurate. Although, of course, last week we did have some games towards the end that were exactly as the schedule held it. But right now, that is up in the air. So we'll be back here shortly with some more action for the 210 Speed and Agility 7-on-7 here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Stay tuned.